Oh gosh. Streamer's choice? Oh, okay. Oh. A Snorlax. Oh no, my hood fell. I am a Snorlax. Oh goodness. Oh goodness me. Do y'all see this? Do y'all see my boy? Do you see him? He is massive. He is amazing. I love him. This is Archie. This is my new biggest plushie. Did we clip that? Oh my god. He is so soft, like everywhere. He is insanely soft. He's so huggable. Like, this is just... I love him. He's...
The fuck you say? You some kind of goody-goody little bitch?
You wanna throw down?
That was the wrong thing, and I'm so sorry. I did not mean to be doing this. Hitmontop standing at this natural and beautiful, says gravity. I hate it here.
Glad Jinko's dead. No! Why you gotta be mean to my girl like that? She has the most iconic lines, okay? Celebrate freedom with the most profane thing on earth ever. Yes! Yes! Wait! I can swear again! Fuck, shit, bitch, ass! Fuck!
Hello, everybody. Welcome. I had an issue with my mic just now, so hopefully you can all hear me. Hello, everybody, my friends, fiends, everybody in between or otherwise. Well, oh my god. Okay, let me grab this megaphone. Oh no, Kitty is sleeping on the megaphone. Are y'all really gonna make me grab the megaphone from Kitty? Oh, Kitty. Wait. No, the megaphone isn't down there. Where's the megaphone? Hold on. Your sound's good. Okay, perfect. I don't know where the megaphone went. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Good old megaphone. Check, check, check. I'm sorry, Kitty. He's not happy. The Fitness Gram Pacer Test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear the signal. A single lap should be completed each time you hear the sound. Remember to run in a straight line and run as long as possible. I hate that. On that note, my chair, I'm slowly getting smaller here. Let me... Boop! There we go. Chaos stream is chaos. But hello everybody, welcome to today's stream, my friends, fiends, everybody in between or otherwise. Let's go through some quick announcements before we get to the stream, and we're gonna probably be streaming for a little bit longer today. I want to do a longer stream because I want to finish Danganronpa next week. That is my goal, so that is what we're trying to do. We're gonna get through these super fast, so. Alright, I'm glad y'all can hear me, because the mic was not connected that whole time, so woo! Alrighty, it is now, we're good. Summer Subathon, August 5th, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless I decide to do it a half an hour early, then it'll be 5, but I'll let you know as we get closer. Promo photos are happening soon. I got all of the swimsuits delivered, so promo photos are coming soon. Should probably be taking them. I am shrinking. Do you see me just getting progressively smaller? Oh my god, this chair. I need a new chair so bad. Alright. Second up is mod applications. We're still looking. We're always going to be looking for mods. Go ahead, send in your application if you would like to be considered to be a mod. Also, yes, I have a piece of paper now with my notes instead of a sticky note because we upgraded. We got a budget. Oh no! Suhan, no! I'm doing announcements! You can't do this to me! I am not a king, I am not a god, I am... Shrinking. Wait, it didn't change me over! Oh no, why didn't it change me over? That one's good. Oh no, I can't refund you that one. I'm sorry. I don't know why it didn't change. I'll have to fix that later. Don't forget to join our Discord, but also connect your Twitch over to your Discord, and especially if you're a sub, because you get extra benefits over there. And also, I started a Minecraft realm for all of my Java friends. So if you are on Java, you can join our Rise realm. It has an emphasis on story. You'll be rewarded for exploring and building whatever you can to your heart's content. There are hidden puzzles set by me out in the world as well. One of them is a tester, and that one will constantly be restocked. So if you would like an idea of how the puzzles will work, you can always try that one out. And the idea of that is within 2 weeks, I believe. 2 weeks is the goal. We're gonna be playing a lot of Minecraft on stream. So get on Java, join the Discord, and join us. And also, I just wanted to go through, a lot of people have been very supportive of stream and have been wanting to know what other ways they can support the stream. So, just being here, lurking, you're doing the most just by doing that. I appreciate it. Be here, if you'd like to support. I also have a Throne wish list. I am shrinking again. I'm slowly shrinking again. I can feel my feet getting closer to the floor. I have a Throne wish list. It's a safe wish list, and it's like a P.O. box without the P.O. box, and it gets delivered straight to my home. I am just slowly shrinking. Is this the shrinking stream? You can always donate. Donations are never required, but always appreciated. I have a link down below. And just joining the Discord and giving me suggestions. I'm so short. I just keep shrinking. Can't stop shrinking. Okay. But yeah, those are other ways that you can support, is giving me stream suggestions, all that good stuff. But yeah, just being here and watching, lurking in any capacity, that is like the absolute most already, so thank you.
Yeah, people have just been asking, and I've been seeing it. People have just been very supportive, so I just wanted to let you know. Hey, Bonk! Hey, we both got Emerald tokens today. Hell yeah. Get it, us. Go Bonk. Go Bonk. Go me. Hello. We got a lot of new faces here today, so I'm just gonna hop right into this. We are gonna be playing some Danganronpa. The goal is to get through the trial today. Now, I know we haven't even gotten to the body, but we will. I can feel the chair shrinking again. Oh, I also got this. I has a stream deck now. Also, these are a lot smaller than I thought. Not me dropping it already. These are a lot smaller than I thought they were. This is the 15 key, and I will be learning how to use this because all it does right now is pull up the Elgato help webpage. But Elgato has a great support team, so if I need support, I've used them in the past for my capture card, and I will surely use them again for the stream deck. But without further ado, I think it's death time, it's murder time, it's Danganronpa time. Shall we? I think we shall. Oh, the music is loud for me, but I don't think y'all can hear it right now, so let me change that for you. Where is it? Danganronpa, where did you go? But I hope you're all doing well and swell today, as always. Also, after stream today, if you would like to join our Minecraft realm, I'm gonna be hanging out in our Minecraft realm after stream today, working on some builds. So if you want to hang out, meet me after stream, and we'll hang out in the Discord and in the Minecraft realm. All right, but for now, it's murder bear time. All right, chapter 5, daily life. Oh yeah, so Kyoko is gone. Where did we leave off? I don't remember what we were doing.
I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma.
Wait, also the fact that it tricked Melissa into getting us a free second one is sending me. Wait, a free second what? What did I do? I don't know what I did. Wait, where am I going? I don't remember where I'm going. Oh, I'm just hanging out with people, right? Oh no! That's right, we're going to the headmaster's office! Rattle, rattle. It's locked, as expected. So, what are you gonna do? Isn't it obvious we're going to tear this door off its hinges? Thank you for the lurk! I appreciate you! Wait, but the rules say... We've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore. But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
in other words,
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
Hey.
Okay, sure, but
What?
We've come this far. We can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. So it's beautiful. I hate her. I hate her. We're serious? We don't have any choice, we're desperate. Yeah, so they're breaking in because they dismembered Monokuma. That's what happened. I completely forgot. Also, my hair has been good like the last couple days, and then now it's just doing the weird swoopy thing again. So if you see me messing around with my hair, it's because it's bothering me. Let's do it. Let's rip the store down. Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Oh, what about that one thing? The pickaxe. The thing in the tool shed.
Oh, so then.
Oh yeah, the pickaxe. Crazy diamond.
I see.
Mondo's pickaxe. Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. Only if they just had Sakura. I know, she did unlock it for us, though. But Kyoko went in there, remember? So now we don't know where Kyoko is. Kyoko's missing in action. My hair is bothering me, so we're gonna bring it forward. Kyoko's missing in action, and we are stuck with these fools. That's right. That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you have to take your me time once in a while, right? I hate this. I hate this. You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Wow. Unacceptable! Why does that remind me of like lemongrass? Unacceptable!
Hey.
Serious though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem to solve by running away. Find your stones and be a man. He's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger,
Unacceptable!
you'll never move forward.
Yep, and this little flashback that happened. Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all no, I'm totally flabstuff. I'm only gonna say this because I think it's funny. Applesauce? Gross, where'd you come from? Wait, Genocide Jill, where'd you come from?
You called for me and so I appeared.
Hello? Oh? Hello, it's the wondrous, murderous Fiend here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile. Oh, I hate her. Is she fucking dead? What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? No, you seeping imbecile. The pickaxe. I'm not. I'd imagine. Yeah, that's basically. Yeah. Probably. Seeping imbecile, master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. Here comes the trope of the bloody nose. I'd never understand it. Seriously though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Give it a rest.
Omega-3 fatty acids, that's what you need. Great for the old memory factory. But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over. Yeah, we've already established that. This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yes.
Ah, the light bulb! The light bulb just went on!
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we've solved one mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left. One more mystery? Yep, now we need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
Now, what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
you gotta be kidding.
I'm not some. Oh, words are difficult. I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What did you find? Corpse.
You SOB.
Did you hear me? I said corpse. A corpse?
Yep.
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the garden?
What did you say?
Well then, before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look
Come
into.
on.
We're going to the garden. Okay. Corpse in the garden, corpse in the garden. We found a corpse in the garden. Boop. As soon as we entered the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but there it was. A dead body. I saw someone lying on the ground with a mask covering their face, and there was a knife buried into their stomach, up to the hilt. Goddamn. What the? Are they really dead? For sure, but who is it? Kyoka? Deadly life. Alright. Okay, pop off, Danganronpa. Pop off? Just to make things clear. Last night, I was attacked by someone wearing a mask, and whoever that was, now they're dead? I don't know why, but they're laying in front of us. They're laying dead in front of me now. I told you there's a corpse hanging out here.
No way.
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body? You need to begin looking around right away. However, be careful. Be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Okay, oh no! My computer's doing that thing again. Okay. Well, we just need to examine the body. It fixed last time, but I don't know why it does this sometimes when we load in. We need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell with a mask covering their face like that. The white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How'd they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop, thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomachs. Their clothes are stained a bright red. That looks not red to me. That looks a bright hot pink. Bright hot pink, Byakuya. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least. Oh, how can you tell?
Well,
I think I can see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of her body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then could it be? Okay then! Let's just tear the mask clean off!
Come on.
Wait, don't! By the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out towards the mask, and in the next instant... Oh shit! She got fucking launched! There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up! It blew up, blew up, blew up, blew up, blew up, blew up! My vision started to darken and prepared to pass out, but then... Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water? Alright. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh! Sploosh! Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning skin. Oof. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. Now the body. Yeah, that's pretty exploded. It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. You know how much Abby loves food. You can't ruin food for her, Yasuhiro. But now that body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person. The mastermind. What? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charbroiled. Get serious. I agree, normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain the other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But the corpse is girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So the same person that may very well be the mastermind planned this all out, and according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
He said the mastermind, or they said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school.
What?
I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was... Mukuro Ikusaba.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Mysteries are
The one
afoot.
they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Whoop! Sound like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I do have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female. That would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it? Okay, so the mastermind is this girl, Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot... How'd she wind up burnt to a crisp? It's a very good question, Hero. None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait!
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh, she survived! Oh, she survived. Too many different reactions to Toko's well-being, honestly. What just happened?
Stop talking.
You declared, for the whole world to hear, that you would never... Oh my god! Byakuya! I mean, I know you hate the girl, but come on! Even that's a little harsh. You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh my god, I hate her lines! I hate her lines so much. It's like why I don't know her voice. It's because I never speak for her because they're all too lewd. I'm just not gonna read that. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. All of their dialogue is. Okay. So, let's take a look at the body now. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
So,
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry. Hey, Jordan! Ooh, you got an ice token. Don't let it melt. Don't let it melt. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. We're in the middle of Danganronpa here. We just discovered another body. A body has been discovered. Don't worry. I don't plan on touching the body all that much. It's not Kyoko after all. Or I'm not Kyoko after all. Okay. See, so now it's like... Oh, no, what's happening? My mouse okay? I'll try that. Whoop. What is happening? Okay. There we go. Something next to the body. It's... Key? Is that what Kyoko took from Monokuma? Must be. Must be, must be. What did you steal? I stole it. No, that was a different key. That's right, the key she stole is shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know then. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task.
I see.
The key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words,
the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorms on the second floor? It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now? Seems like it. Alright. We gotta go exploring then. So we need to go to the biolab first off, because that's already up here. Whoop. I'm so used to playing Minecraft and other games right now that, like, I keep pushing the wrong buttons. Biolab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key, I'd found it in the garden into the key. The key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go to this room. Okay, so not the biolab. But we do need to go to other floors. Take a look. Oh, we need to go to the data center. Data center! Wanna go to the data center! Which would be... Oh wait, no, it's... Yeah. No wait, we can go this way. This way. Here, right? Where the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. Found the guy in the keyhole. It fits! Then this is the key to the data center. I'd managed to unlock the data center. Guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. Michael. So, you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. We can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. Why do the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Byaku's right for once. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not gonna be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. But we'll go in. Why not? Somebody's gotta do it. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Ooh. Camera room! In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but the room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface level fear like the rest of the school. Here the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Your extended trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Yep, it's the whole school. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
What?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room. They're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us? To watch us? Then this room is...
It's all clear now.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. Mastermind's room? Holy heck! Guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Wanna go through the Monokuma door? Then I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden, if they have the key to this room, can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusawa, and she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? This is too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. Mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death, so who was it that... But if the Mastermind is really dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. Gotta hurry up and find the exit, come on! No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Oh, but what about the exit? If the Mastermind is truly dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? The state of the corpse makes it as plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
But...
Well, why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have ever done it? Even done it?
Ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind. Now do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room very, very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Alrighty. Okay, so this is still all wacky. Wacky wonky. Okay. Luckily it looks like up here I'm good, so... Maybe not completely. It won't let me move the mouse. I don't know why it's doing this. There's a really ridiculous number of monitors here. And the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this. Huh? I hate this. I hate this. Okay. Toko, why are you still here? I don't like you. Let's go here. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They all look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like ancient laptop alter ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So, we can't do anything? So what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. And alter ego. You may very well be right about that, but there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. I hate when Byakuya's right. I don't like admitting when he's right. Okay, let's go through the Monokuma door. This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Rattle, rattle. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Or is there? There's something behind... Yeah. Let's check that out. There's nothing showing up on this one. Hey, look! Next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is! It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV?
No.
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it! Come on, come on, come on!
You know?
Ah, your old star for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about?
You know?
Oh! Oh! What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Friggin' idiot, Mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. They were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they'd get away with this? Whoop. This is... It's the feed coming through from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
The heck?
Huh, that's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. And weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird.
But
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel?
um,
Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Yeah, change it to channel 3. You gotta have it on channel 3, otherwise you can't play games. 3 or 5, depends on your TV. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
You said the line for me. Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup.
A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually.
I'm not sure, but...
huh?
What?
They're doing the voice lines for me.
Been a while, you friggin' bastards!
Monokuma? Oh, you're supposed to be dead.
Me dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even. It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. That look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see the moment you went from hope to despair.
Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment.
Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear.
That's kind of true, actually.
I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game.
You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No. We're supposed to get out of here.
Get out of here.
Blech. I can't do it. Like, ah! Oh no, I have it on auto.
How do you not get it? There is no way out of here. And besides, this life isn't bad. All bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
Are you serious? This place is the worst.
If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Fucking Monokuma coming in and wrecking shit.
Woo! I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now.
The point?
Hey.
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed! That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
The heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed?
Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret about... Let me tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
What does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
Ah, you're so stupid, don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills, chills, kills.
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV right now. What?
Extreme.
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world.
I can't do Monokuma's voice right now, hold on.
Monokuma! This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh.
The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? I'll give you one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode.
Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking. The sound was coming from my own mind, like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they've never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did?
Huh?
yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Do you think that's possible? I don't really know, personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep. So, how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of...
It's investigation time! Hell yeah.
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which
Yep. Body discovery. Class trial, do you mean? I'm just gonna let him do his lap. Oh, he didn't do his lap! Okay.
it's the
Monokuma file! I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
heart-pounding excitement.
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait.
Alright, Monokuma. It's on. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We're being televised, y'all. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment and how is he still alive? I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Oh, Kitty, do you want out? Kitty wants out. Okay, let me let Kitty out. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. There you go, little sir. Goodbye, little sir. He said an hour is enough for me. I want out of the room. Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her. It must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. What if there was? The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible, because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. She doesn't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. What do we think? Is it Kyoko? I know the answer. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a verbatable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. This is how this game works, after all. Investigation time! Alright. Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with old wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself, and no matter what happened, or we're all dead! I need to get back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. Monokuma file number 5 has been added to the truth bold section of your handbook. Alright, back to the garden. Back to the garden. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do, which is apparently not... it's apparently not going where I actually need it to. Okay, so there's a knife down here. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? Yeah, it was the knife that was inside. Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from the front to the back. Does that mean that this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this? Yeah, it was our knife! Oh, I forgot about, like, that's what happened to it. Okay. That's it. It's the knife the person was holding. This is getting really weird. There's just too many strange coincidences. Whoever this person in the mask that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. They definitely were. Don't know if it's the same person, but... And that same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked me, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife? And maybe then I... And if this is really Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko was the one that attacked me, but why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Alright, knife at the crime scene has been found. Let's do... There's like some debris over here. Look, these look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like this before, but where? Wait, was it there? I have to double check that later. Fragments near the dead body. Okay. Dead body itself? Check the body more thoroughly. Maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Okay. It's examination time, apparently. Okay, so there's 4 things to check. So, 1. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. But the top half of the body is also wet. Oh, well, that's from the water bucket. That's because I got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the top part that was on fire, the top half and the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Explosive body analysis. Alright. We got the hand here. Huh? Something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails? They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the truth bold section of your handbook. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand. Alright, and then let's do the torso. The white jacket that the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Okay, and that is right here. Lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Okay, so we'll exit. We've fully explored this dead body, the best of our abilities. Oh yeah, there's back here. This is the one with controls sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh, hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which means the murder must have taken place after. Sprinklers has been added. Okay. Okay, so we've done the body. Oh, chicken coop? Yeah, chicken coop. Remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop? I count 4 chicken. 4? There were 5!
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in there? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? Well, there's only 4. There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh. Ah! My chicken buddy! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night and there were definitely 5 chickens then.
What?
What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens. Okay. Let's see. We should probably go into the shed. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. All right. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Okay, let's take a look here. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's the one thing in here that concerns me. So yeah, we can probably leave. Yeah, let's leave the tool shed. Is there anything else? Could probably talk to Toko, maybe? So who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Aw, I actually feel bad for her. I still need to do something, so let's talk to Byakuya, I guess. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. Alright, what do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
in other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going to look around for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I confirmed that when I arrived last night, there was no body
In
here.
other words,
So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. Got it.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi? Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so that's hardly an alibi. You know what? But Byakuya, I'm sorry that we all can't be fucking healthy-ass billionaires like you, okay? So sorry. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, that's like the worst you could get. Jackie's account has been added. What about Hiro? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, Anne.
Serious.
Okay, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it? What time was it then? About 9 o'clock. About 9 o'clock, yep. That's right, it had to have been around 9 o'clock. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job, Hiro. When the body was found, it's been added to the true bold section of your handbook. Alright. So we still need to talk to Hina. Alright, Hina. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right. Oh yes, a perfect memory of what it looked like. It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, that's a big help. Now that you explain it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having you talk about it like that helped me remember a lot too. So thank you, too. Alright, body before the explosion has been added. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, where else am I going? I don't know where that red box is from. I can find out more about her. Maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room, we'll have to get it from Byakuya. I'll simply... Yeah, Byakuya took her key. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Alright, Byakuya, you little shit. Give me the room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may or may not go with you. I'm back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. What is the one area? What is it? What else had like a red box in it? I genuinely do not know. I'm like trying to think of all the areas that we've been to, but I cannot think of any. Where else was there like a red firebox? I really, maybe, is it the bathroom on the second floor? Could we go in there maybe? That's the only other spot that I can like maybe think of why they're being cryptic about it. It's like, oh, it's in that room. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The wink, wink, nudge, nudge room, you know? It's really the only other place I can think of right now. So let's try it. Let's try to go to the bathroom, maybe. Okay, so it's the boys' restroom. Oops. Let's try to go through this back closet. That's where the bathroom cleaning supplies are stored. Also leads to the secret room. I should probably avoid getting... Oh, okay, so it's not there. Okay, we're gonna take a little break here. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna pull up a walkthrough just to like make sure. I'm also gonna save real quick because I'm gonna try to oh gosh, how do I do? Okay, I'm gonna try to like save and quit and see if like we can relaunch the game at all and see if that helps it. But let's give it a quick save here. Yes, let's save the data. All right, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break and then we will be right back. It'll probably be a little less than 5 minutes. But yeah, we'll be right back right after these commercial messages. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, that's not how I do that. All right, bye for now. We'll be right back. Oh, it didn't do it. Hold on.
Welcome, everybody. Hello, my friends, fiends, everybody in between or otherwise. Welcome, welcome.
I want to get like a nice solid hit. Hey, something fell.
The fuck you say? You some kind of goody little bitch?
Oh, look at you. You're so scary with your big thunder. Oh, you're so scary. Ah! You're so scary. You're so, I think you're so big and tough, huh? Guess what? You're not. Fight a Quilava.
So thank you for being here so that I don't get scared because I don't like being alone.
You'll believe God is... We love a demon daddy.
Hello, I'm short. Let's do that.
Alrighty, y'all. Thanks for waiting. Thanks for waiting. I'm gonna double check here. So, I have restarted this game. Like, you all heard it, probably. I just restarted this game so many times, and I cannot get the glitch fixed. I have no idea what causes it, so we're just gonna make do. But we do have the game here, and I figured out I have a walkthrough now, so we're good. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We need to go to the gym. This apparently is where the red control box was from, but we have to look at Monokuma here. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured he wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh, it's from the bomb? Really? Oh, that's what caused the explosion, was one of the Monokuma bombs. Oh. I didn't even piece that together. I was like, what? There's no doubt about that. That fragments I found in the garden. Oh, I guess it looks like an old rusty one. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden, ask Byakuya. Alright, so let's head back to the garden. How do I... Yeah, leave the gym. And then let's do this map. And then let's go back to the garden, shall we? Yep, garden. Here we go. Alright, Byakuya. You gonna be a little bitch, or are you gonna let me into the room? You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
No.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Wait for me! That's like the whole point! Byakuya walked out without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Goddamn, Byakuya's like, I wait for no one except for myself. I'm like, alright, pop off. Kyoko. Can't unlock it myself. Oh, I really need to talk to him. Fuck you, Byakuya. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then, click. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Fuck you. I hate him so much. I hate Byakuya. He's just a pretentious asshole. So this is Kyoko's room. Just looks like all the other rooms. So what do we gotta take a look at? Okay, there's something here. Oh, there's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. Lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
Well, if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. Pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Woodblock key has been added to the truth bullets. Okay. Let's take a look at the bed. Here's our bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as far as the case is concerned. What you mean by that, Makoto? What you mean by that? Do you want to continue that sentence? Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not take a look inside. Okay, then. Anything else? Should we just talk to Byakuya? It looks like it.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. You were just looking for Kyoko. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko? You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here? More concrete? Oh, I know! Earlier Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it! What's in that envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something certainly has happened, so open it. Okay, I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets? What could it be? Look under the sheets. Under the sheets. Could somebody be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Whoa. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. It's Probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. Okay. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. Ultimate soldier. Although small for age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon style imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Huh. Oh! There's something that happens in the anime that literally just now I connected to this. If you watch the Danganronpa 3 anime, there's a scene very early on in the Despair arc. So that's interesting. Okay. Okay. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That's how it... That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then... I never imagined that I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir is already...
Found it.
Whoa, I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. That's you.
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile.
Oh my god, that's so many rubber ducks! 800? Did you buy it? To put it on all those Jeeps, right? So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I told him hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no real against stealing, is there? Who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am! A proper school life is built on the dedication of organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well.
Of course.
Absolutely, I can't have you complaining about how unfair it is on all. Now can I?
No, I'm not paying almost 400 for those. Might get another 100 pack at some point. Oh my gosh, it's $400 for those? It's 50 cents a duck? God damn. Rubber ducks are expensive. I did not realize. Okay. I mean, I know it's in bulk, but still, that seems kind of expensive for a rubber duck.
In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I've ever actually told you how many participants there were actually, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all got together in the main hall back when there were 15 people, right? I think that first meeting may have led you to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding, are you saying?
other words.
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16.
16, then.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, found hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
God damn! The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. Oh my god, that's so much money! That's so much money! Holy crap! Why are rubber ducks so expensive? I feel like for $300 that would get you like 2,000, not only like 800. Oh my god. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings! And since we had so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at the sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with ya.
Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Okay, now that's all you get.
Bye-bye, Monokuma! Monokuma's account's been added, so she's got scars, not a tattoo. So, Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... Tattoo? Wait, but no, Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? Really? I hate that the price went up just for that. That's, like, insane! Like, you would almost feel like if they're more common to come across, you know, for, like, events and stuff, like, the price would go down, you know? But, huh. That's weird. That's weird. I'm not an economics major, so I don't know all that shit, but that... I don't know. That seems still pricey. $1 for 2 ducks? Nah. Nah. That's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars, which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma's trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. Why would he tell us that? And why now? Oh, I'm getting their lines mixed up right now. He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
Certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? She's a student, and she killed someone. That would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good
So in
point.
other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap? They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I do believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected. Well, are you coming? Ooh, we got a partner now! Ooh, we're just going right to the dojo. This is on Amazon though, so might have checked. Yeah, I feel like Oriental Trading is something that I know like sells stuff in bulk. So it might be worth checking there. They always have random little tidbits like that. There are wooden lockers here. They use the woodblock keys just like at the super traditional public bathhouses. Looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right? Well, just try it. Yeah, okay. In it goes. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock and... click! The locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Huh. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, there's nothing strong but little sticks. Strong sticks? Titanium arrows have been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a bloodstain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how can it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape was added. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. As if there's like a backside to the locker, it's just gonna keep feeding us more information. Something wrong?
Strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue to the next location. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. The library! Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive is all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Alright, let's go, let's go. Archive time. Alright, Byakuya, where are we looking? I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Oh yeah, he really knew this. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Byakuya, would you like to share with the class?
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. I don't know. Depends where you are, I guess, in the world. Well, whatever, I'll just read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? That's Byakuya. He's greedy. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe that was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. So they're not together anymore.
What?
What is it? This all sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Ooh, Halloween stuff. I know, I need to start looking at catalogs, because I know Halloween collections are going to start dropping in August. Gotta start decorating. It's going to be a good time. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out to you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of each team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Ah. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean Mukuro Ikusaba? That is Mukuro Ikusaba's body. Trial time! Home Goods has some stuff? You know, I don't really go to Home Goods and like TJ Maxx and all that stuff. Ooh, it's trial time, y'all! We're gonna do the class trial today. I am excited.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us. organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
What was that
So,
wisdom?
Please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
The fuck was that, Monokuma? Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Woo! Okay. We're not done. I need to use the restroom very badly, and then it is trial time here. So I'm gonna take a very quick bathroom break, and then we will be right back in just a couple of moments, okay? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I'll put on some music for y'all. Alrighty, y'all. We're coming back. We're coming back. Let me just... Oop, I need to shut the door. Okay. Let's get situated, and then it's fucking trial time, babies! Alrighty. Let's get this music turned off. Alrighty. Who's ready for trial time? I'm ready for trial time. Hope y'all are ready for trial time. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking do it. It's fucking trial time. Let's figure this shit out, okay? Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Yeah, it's like we're a thing or something. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How would you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you two to go off together? Just the two of you?
Thrills, chills, kills!
Yes, all the thrills, chills, and kills. Why are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Yep, good old Monokuma boy. Thank you, Jordan, for the sound bit. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. So I preemptively turned auto on because I knew they're going to be doing their voice acting. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again?
What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or... Or what?
Jesus!
Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Well, what are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right?
Like, I don't like that dude, but his sass and one line. Hey, no! That's the thing about Byakuya. I hate him, but his lines are fun.
If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now!
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look. I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No, that's a ghost! Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
Alright. Monokuma's gone. We all rush up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Clearly. Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we got to deal with the ghost! I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
I'm glad she's okay. I know, I love Kyoko! She's just so mysterious. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Kyoko girl, where the fuck have you been? Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where the fuck have you been this whole time? We used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So I went to investigate the 2nd floor of the dorms. The 2nd floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
Sorry I kept you all waiting. She can't be leaving us. I know, it's like, you can't be leaving us alone, Kyoko. Like, we don't know what's going on either. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? No, it's okay to overthink when it's Kyoko. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. I'm so glad my throat gets a break after this. And the door slid shut. Well, a little break. Oh my gosh, there's so few of them now. I miss Mondo! I miss Mondo, I miss Celeste, I miss Leon. I know they're all the murderers, but come on, they're the best characters, okay? Okay? This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. The dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the chaotic light of despair! It was the blinding light of despair!
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. It feels like forever since we all got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Chills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show. Hell yeah! Trial time, baby! So the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial! Save. It's like, and now we save. Yes, let's save the data. Perfect. Alright, and we have all of our skills set. There's nothing really back. Memories float back. Kyoko is gone, and a mysterious masked body appears. The threads holding them all together begin to spin and twine into one. Huh, I never noticed. Has it had like a little caption down there the entire time? Oh, so the music's bopping. Alright, finish preparations. Let's go. Let's do it. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation.
No, I don't need it.
Okay, well.
Well then, let's discuss the
Here we go.
specifics of the victim.
Hopping into it. Let's go,
We
babies.
need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Yes.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Hero, I wish you weren't this dumb.
Right there.
Thank you,
Oh,
Toko.
that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Yeah, she does have legs and
Just
stuff.
Because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Hero.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
I agree, Byakuya. I hate agreeing with Byakuya, but when he's right, he's right.
So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
She's right there!
Compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Oh my god, really?
Traits?
I really have to prove that she's not dead? Kyoko's gloves.
I got it. I'm talking
Oh my
about her
god.
gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
He's like, I'm not gonna do it, so you do it, Makoto.
Would you happen to know the answer?
We would, actually.
In fact, Monokuma told me.
Oh,
Apparently,
Byakuya's
you
gonna
have
say it,
scars
okay.
on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Cool.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
That's
They
true.
probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
She's in front of you, alive, wearing
I'm not
gloves.
convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Oh my god, Hero. I cannot. Hero. Boo, please. There's no way the corpse is Kyoko, but I can't prove why we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to. I really have to disprove. Oh my fucking god. She's right there! Tattoo on right hand, exploded body analysis, fake nails. Okay. Let's see.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it.
Prove she's not a.
The dead body wasn't wearing.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Okay.
She was wearing gloves.
Well,
Yeah, she must have been wearing, because that corpse is.
No. Fuck,
Kyoko.
I messed up.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I agree, Byakuya. Okay, I fucked up. Okay, we're good.
that Kyoko. Okay, then prove it.
The dead body what?
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Hold on.
Well, yeah. She must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse
Ah,
is
no!
absolutely Kyoko.
Oh, no. Okay.
Discussion.
Hold on. I got this. I keep just missing it. I just keep missing it.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body what?
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well,
Must have been wearing gloves.
No. What?
Shoot.
Hold on. I have a walkthrough. Let's do this. Must have been wearing gloves. Fake nails. Okay.
That Kyoko there is
So it's
just
the
a
fake
ghost.
nails.
Impossible.
Okay.
then prove it.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, Aoi. I'm sorry. Sorry, Hina. I fucked up. Hold on.
That Kyoko. Okay, then prove it.
She's alive.
Got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah. She must have been, because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Sped up Byakuya's fucking hilarious.
Okay, then prove it.
The dead body what?
They got burnt up in the.
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah. She must have been.
There we go. Fake nails. Oh, it makes sense, because you can't wear fake nails with gloves like that. Yeah.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
You tell him, Makoto.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Yeah, you can't wear-
Imagine trying to wear
Doesn't
gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Yep.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Yeah,
It'd
nails
be
would
pretty weird for
just show
someone who's
off.
self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails.
It's actually a very insightful point for this game.
Jeez, man. You don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Hero, you think she's dead, and she's standing in front of you.
Women, it's you.
Yeah, true, Hina.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
That's kind of cool.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
That's really cool.
The dead
They're
body
custom
doesn't
made, so like they
belong to
fit
Kyoko.
exactly.
Which
I
could
want
have been
gloves like
obvious
that.
since She's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real
Okay,
victim?
we proved Kyoko's alive.
Figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Oh, Hero. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. It's Mukuro Ikusaba babies. That adult needs an adult. I know. Hero's the only adult character in this game, by the way. He is canonically 21 at this point because he's been held back so many times. Yeah, he needs an adult.
Kyoko really is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond that, and there wasn't
Oh,
any
no.
description in the Monokuma file.
Hold on.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
We can.
No, it's wrong.
We can identify the body. Ooh, and then get Hero an adult. Hero needs an adult.
There's one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
what? For real?
Yep.
You're lying. He'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Toko, chill.
Oh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
Hero, where have you been the last 4 executions?
Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Yup.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Shut the fuck up, Toko.
They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to just tell them, Byakuya? To compare the tattoo to other information, we have the victim's identity should become pretty clear. Alright, this is gonna be... Here we go.
I got it!
Mukuro Ikusaba.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that
Thank you for being helpful, Byakuya. Thank you for telling the people what they need to know. Instead of just making Makoto do all the work and being like, see, I'm a genius. And I'm like, fuck you, Byakuya. The image that represents Fenrir is... Really? Do I gotta spell it out? I really have to spell it out. Okay. Dog. Wolf. Okay, give me a W. Whoops. There we go. So difficult.
Understand?
So difficult. I love that the missing chicken is a clue. I know, it's the best clue.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world-ending wolf beast.
Yeah, Ragnarok is like a whole
Child of
thing.
the trickster god Loki. And a female giant.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
I know, it's been so long.
Then that means...
You got it, Aoi.
Exactly. The body we found.
Look at Hina. Hina's had such character growth, she actually gets a little bit smarter. Whereas Hiro gets a lot dumber.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
That's what we assume.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh, damn.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead?
I want to watch that so bad, Jordan. I'm so behind on Marvel stuff.
It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
That's what I would think, too.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair.
Because she's not the ultimate. Well, technically she is. They change it a lot.
Profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description.
Yeah, she just joined a mercenary
All it
group.
said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from...
The Monokuma.
That's what you told
Oh.
Makoto, right?
So that means Yoko got it wrong?
Who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Damn. What a way to go.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
Yeah, you're right, Toko.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character?
Honestly, no, she
Which
wasn't.
would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Mm-hmm.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Oh.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
Yep, headmaster's not
Can
even...
you trust
Don't even worry about the
You
headmaster.
already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Yakia,
My
chill.
information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now.
Yeah, it's getting...
Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Okay.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Monokuma really said, shut the fuck up,
The
kiddos.
identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Damn, that's really all he's got. That and his $1 billion.
Decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
God damn it, Monokuma.
Just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Alright, thanks, Monokuma.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Yes.
hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains.
It's hammered.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
No, Hero. I can guarantee that there's not.
There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
That's true. That is very much the truth.
One of us killed Mukuro?
Technically.
Did it? Who's the killer this time?
That's what y'all are trying to figure out.
Yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects. I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be 2 suspects. Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
That's
So,
fair.
The murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
Mm-hmm.
All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis.
That
The
do be
only
true.
ones without alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
But it was neither of them. So now the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
Okay, that's fair.
That might reveal some kind of clue.
That seems fair, Makoto.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Okay.
Me and Byakuya can
Oh,
both
I want to double check. Did I turn the sound back on for the game? Okay, I did. I've totally forgotten a couple of times in the past, and I'm like, hold up. Okay, we're good.
Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the
Okay.
murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m.
And I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
9 a.m.
The one who saw the body first.
What time? It was at 9 o'clock.
I got it!
Done and
The
done.
body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
And then she passed out. Yep. That was the whole thing.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and
Why is the
9
trial
a.m.
music such a bop, though?
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Yep, that's true.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
7:30.
Oh yeah! Right around 7.
How do I remember
I
this?
remember.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
That's true. Murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. and I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Ooh. Sprinklers, explode body analysis, fragments. I think it's gonna be sprinklers.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep,
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
that is
Yeah,
true.
From 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Okay, yeah, so when it says 7:30, sprinklers. Okay, let's do this. Let's do some fast forwards.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
It took place somewhere between 9 o'clock. Yep.
And Makoto
doesn't.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
Wait.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you
Have any objections, now would be the time.
Hold on.
We've established a
Time frame. It took place
somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Whoops.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most
Come
of
on.
that time.
Come on, game.
From 10 o'clock to 7.
Why is that not correct? Why is that not correct? Walkthrough, help. Huh, okay.
Shoot.
Let's try it, let's try it, okay.
We've established a time frame for
the murder. It took
place somewhere.
10 o'clock, okay, sure. That's what it says, so I don't know why. This one's hard.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The
Okay.
sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
It's because we threw water on it.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How?
In so many ways, so many ways.
Mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
Shut the fuck up, Toko!
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
Because of the bucket. It was on fire!
Denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Toko, fucking chill!
Man, you're totally wacko.
I agree. Also, I am freezing. Hey, Google. Turn off the AC.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why.
Cause it was the bucket! You prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If we look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Alright, bucket of water. Oh, shit, we're doing a PTA.
I admit nothing. No, no, no! Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! Enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this.
Oh, yeah.
I admit nothing.
Look at me go. Oh, whoops.
No, no! Enough! Are you trying to blame me?
Alright, come on, come on.
How can you say it?
This should prove
There we go. I was like, do I need to change my answer? But I didn't need to, so cool.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
The bucket. Was the bucket.
The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry.
Because of the bucket. Say it with me, everybody. Because of
Got
the
the body wet.
bucket.
Shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top?
I'm so sick of her. Let's
Me too, Howie. Me
The reason
too.
only the top half was wet was
Oh,
because
Pina pop off. The
while the body
bucket.
was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yeah, Toko, what the fuck?
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
After 7:30.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Hey, get him, Makoto.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Maybe.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Oh, Kyoko. Kyoko's the only one without an alibi, which means that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone?
I'd
That's...
just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Goddamn. Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
I agree.
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me?
Monokuma's like, I will not sit here and be insulted.
You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Yeah? Probably.
Shut up, you.
I agree.
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko.
Why does Monokuma listen to him?
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
That's
and As a
true.
result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
She was not.
So that was her motive?
She didn't have a motive. She didn't do it.
She had a motive and no alibi. Well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
No. You're wrong.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Oh.
What are you?
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Remember the tarp?
Interesting.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting...
Certain something on the scene that was used to cover the body. Could it have been? It was the tarp.
I got it.
Why are you presenting evidence against yourself?
Aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right.
Sure do.
All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the wall. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did.
Ooh.
The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that.
Hello.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Okay, pop off,
Why did they
Kyoko.
go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Yeah, it's kind of smart.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Ooh. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
Yeah.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Well, chicken blood! Chicken blood! It's the chicken! Alright, body before, fragments, exploded body analysis. Okay. I think it's gonna be body before the explosion.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that's...
Oh, I mean, it was.
Shoot!
Yeah, that was my bad. That was my bad. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
By covering the body with the tarp,
The killer prevented.
So the reason that is because the spring, but the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water.
Yeah?
Since it was facing down toward the bottom, of course it didn't get dirty.
No.
Why didn't it get dirty? But there was blood on it. But there was blood on it. Or there should have been blood on it.
One side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Blood. Oh, blood.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right?
It was still wet.
Yakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
Except that side was dry.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that,
Just
what
the
very
true.
blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage.
Oh, the blood was camouflage.
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim.
The chicken!
You mean someone else's?
The chicken!
Where would they get something?
The
like
chicken!
that?
Why did the chicken cross the road? To run the fuck away from the murder plot!
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Yeah?
No, that's not what happened this time.
That's what Hifumi did, but
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
the chicken. The chickens! Chicken coop chickens. That's why there's only 4 now.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Sure fucking was.
Chicken blood?
Yup.
When I checked the chicken coop before the
Aw.
murder, there were 5 chickens.
Poor little 5th chicken. Real mystery is how Hiro stayed alive this long. For real. For real.
There were only 4.
So it's actually really interesting. In the original test runs of this game, Hiro, there's 2 different versions of Hiro's character actually being directly involved in a trial. He was originally supposed to be the first death. So instead of Sayaka, it was supposed to be Hiro who died first in the bathroom. And then they scrapped that. And then there's another version where he actually was the one who killed Sakura. So there's a couple different beta versions of Danganronpa that were floating around before Danganronpa came out, and then there's also been stuff that's been released over time. So it's actually really interesting that like Hiro was murdered and then also was a murderer in different iterations of the game. So it's very interesting to see what his, because he was still this like the ultimate clairvoyant or whatever still. So it would be very interesting to see if he actually was a murderer. Maybe he is. I'm kidding. We all know that he did not do anything in this trial. But I don't know. Food for thought. I think it's interesting.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful.
Killing someone to cover up killing someone. Oh my
I
god.
wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
That's
Anyway,
smart.
There's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
That's true.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood.
Oh yeah, because it would wash away.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
No, not
But
necessarily.
that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
Yep.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was
I
it
mean, the
wearing
chicken
clothes
never
that
hurt
were-
anyone. You're so right. They really, the real murder trial here is for who killed this chicken.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping.
Oh, poor Hina's trying. We may have 2 idiots here,
Here's what
but one of
happened.
them's trying,
The murder
and it's
took place
Hina.
before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Mm-hmm.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they've already covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
So true.
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Yep.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
Mm-hmm.
To pull all that off,
Yep.
wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
Yeah.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
Huh.
They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still,
Hina, After you met up with Makoto in the dining hall.
Oh, I
did you
can't
two
even
stay
remember. Did
together
we
for
stay with
what's
Hina?
going on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
I showed up right after.
He had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's
God damn,
reasoning is
Kyoko's gunning for
Kyoko
us.
alibi is inadequate.
Kyoko's gunning for us. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's body has been added to the truth. Okay.
Well, then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin.
No, because then you'll all die.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, Hero.
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Super serious, Hina?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
Come on, tell us.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right?
Mm-hmm. That was the
According to
knife that
model,
Makoto
the knife
had.
went all the way through, from front to back.
Yup.
So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before.
Yup, we took it away
That's what
from
I thought when I
Toko.
first saw it. I just remembered.
Mm-hmm. This is more important. Yep, take the knife.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Because they don't know it got
You
stolen.
don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then
Oh.
why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
Oh, Makoto. I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious.
Oh,
Very
Makoto.
suspicious indeed.
Makoto doesn't even know.
Stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it.
God damn it.
1000%
Hero could be persuaded with a cheese stick. Just like, hey, Hero, believe this. And it's like, okay, yeah, I believe that now. 1000%. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not a killer. I'm not the killer. Maybe I am a killer, though, just not the killer. Maybe I did kill the chicken. Who knows? Okay, disguised dead body, exploded body analysis, fragments near the dead body. Okay, let's see.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
It's not.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
I didn't do it. Makoto didn't do it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No, no, no. Oh no! Monokuma file! Fuck! Fuck, 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 fuck.
Shoot!
Hero, you're a good friend of the chickens. Hero is #1 chicken stan right
The
now.
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Hey,
It really is, isn't it?
hold on. I don't know which one this would be. I think it's just getting...
If he did have that knife before, then
I'm gonna let this play out first.
Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with
Stab,
it.
stab.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Okay. I established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means that the knife thrust the coat into the body. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Okay, we got this. We got this.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto
Oh, whoops.
did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting killed her, right?
Okay, getting stabbed.
So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with
Stab,
it.
stab.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Listen, I didn't do it. Maybe. Let's see. After we... Okay. Okay.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
How many times has he been... He's been the suspect like 3 different times. Okay, hold on. I cannot... Hold on. Chicken sheep? Disguised... Disguised dead body. That's the... Wow, okay. Oh no! I lost my last heart!
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Okay, hold on.
It's the same
There we go.
knife I gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid.
Okay, we got this.
If he did have that knife before, that seals it. Makoto did it.
No.
Just because I had the knife once,
Come on.
that automatically makes me the killer?
Stab.
Well,
There we go. Oh my gosh. Woo! But yeah, he's been the suspect like 3 different times, at least.
Wait,
Too much.
hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
Nope, there were multiple
That should be clear from the
scars.
description of the cover-up we just heard.
lies. We never talked about what killed her.
Come on.
Don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right?
Yep.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yep.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Yup.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Yup.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
It's a single stab wound, my friend. Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No, there's no way that's possible. The exact condition of the body was written down for everyone to see. Monica file. Cool. We got some of our heart back. Hell yeah.
That there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, you sure did, hero. Fuck
The
you.
knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
Yup.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
We love camouflage.
The
Love a camouflage
explosion
murder
severely
trial.
damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her.
Yup, this was a
It was all
rigged
the
trial.
killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Yup.
They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Y'all, I have to run to the restroom again real quick. I'll just be right back. I won't get rid of the game or anything. I'll just be right back, okay? Thanks, y'all. Okay, let's get back to this.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning.
Just gotta fix my hair. Then sit
What's the
myself
deal with that
down.
explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use...
Oh my god, Byakuya! Don't you dare insult Aoi!
So smart. Just tell me.
You tell him, Hina! You tell him!
I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Hero.
Might be dumb,
My guy.
but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
You tell him, Hina!
Go ahead, Makoto.
I love
Tell her
Hina.
We won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion.
I got it!
Fragments?
After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
Mm-hmm.
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Yep.
You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
Monokuma bomb.
It's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
Monokuma bomb.
It's part of a bomb.
The Monokuma bomb. Oh, sorry. The Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute.
Is
They
it?
wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You.
God, they're really just bouncing back and forth right now.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
I think there was an earthquake just now.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Hold on, I think there was an earthquake just now. Hold on. My laptop was shaking and my plushies were shaking. Hold on. I'm like, okay, let's do the Monokuma file.
Continue the debate.
And then I'm gonna...
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when
Okay, nothing else is shaking.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had...
Oh my god. It kept him in the slow-mo. Okay, do I just need to hit... Because all of those are wrong. So we did getting stabbed, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
What do you mean? Oh. I need to absorb it. Fuck. Okay. Give me 1 second. I do want to see if there was just an earthquake. It was a small one, I think, but... Huh. Hold on. Was there just an earthquake just now? Should I go, like, underneath my desk or something? Probably not the safest spot. Oh no, I fucked up. Hold on, was there just an earthquake? Going onto Twitter to see if there was an earthquake. Earthquake? I wonder if there was. Latest? Let's see.
Is this really the end for all of us?
Huh, there's... Okay, there was just an earthquake, yep. Yep, there was just a couple earthquakes, actually. Okay. We're good, we're good. Just double checking. Yeah, there's been... Okay. There were just 5 earthquakes in California. Oh gosh. Do you want to give it another shot? Yes, of course I do. I fucked up.
I refuse to give up yet.
I refuse! No, I'm right! Okay, yeah, but there's just 5 different earthquakes all along the major fault lines, so yeah, we'd feel something. Okay. That was a little scary, though. It's been a hot minute. Okay.
The victim's has yet to be
There we go.
determined, correct?
That's true.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even there's only
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
It's
And
not
more than
bad.
that, the victim had wounds across her entire body.
What do you mean? That's the one! That's the one! Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. I got this, I got this, I got this.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
Okay, there we go.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
she was over.
And it wasn't because of the night. I mean, there's only one other.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be.
I do not understand.
Shoot.
Hold on. I am literally following this guide, right? Wow! Okay, hold on. I got it backwards.
Then shall we continue
The
the
debate? The victim's fatal.
The explosion didn't kill her.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't even
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Alright.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
There we go.
Then shall we continue the debate?
The victim.
Injury had
There we go. Okay. That's apparently what it... 'Tis confusion. Much confusion. I was like, hold up. I don't know.
Because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What
Oh.
about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
They sure did.
The file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
No!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Glad to get this knowledge from Toko. True writer fashion.
The other way, and
You know too many ways of how people would die.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power.
That's true.
I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
Toko's like, I'll fucking kill you.
no thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
Shut the fuck up, Toko.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
At least they equally hate each other.
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
Shut the fuck up, Toko.
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh, the arrows. Real murder weapon was the arrows. The arrows, the arrows, the arrows. Where is it? There we go.
I got it.
It's the
Mikuro
arrows.
was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Okay. At least we're progressing. It doesn't make any sense to me, but we're progressing.
Attack Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure?
At least someone has mutual feelings for her. Right? It's just not what she expected, I guess.
You have no right.
I'm not back talking anything. I'm just
Gosh, everyone's just going at each other's throats. I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. The tape! It's the bloody duct tape. The bloody duct tape. Yeah, bloody duct tape. Give me it. See, this one makes sense.
Era. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
You sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as it seems like an. Too thick.
No! I missed it! Okay. We're fine. It's right there. Okay. We got it.
It was in the dojo. I have no doubt.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe. It seems like an.
There we go. I always do the wrong click on accident. There we go. Okay. We got it.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
I wouldn't call it another weapon, just an accessory to the weapon, I guess?
Inside the dojo locker.
I don't know, how would you phrase that? I guess accessory would be the best, right? Or tool?
The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows.
I'm just gonna vibe. To the murder trial music.
Using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
Yup.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
Tucko, why are you giving us all the literary references now?
Together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
Yeah.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the
No, Hero's never listening.
As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker,
Oh.
it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Also, yeah, we've literally met her in there before, so she has.
Have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
Yeah.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to.
Death.
The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? It must be connected to that dojo locker. Alright, we'll show the woodblock key.
I got it!
Okay.
The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
It's in your room.
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb.
Oh, she didn't have her key.
Just the final piece of the puzzle.
But she didn't have her room key.
Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true.
Wait, but she has a skeleton key.
You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Oh, shit.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just...
How could she get into her room?
One more thing I need to ask her.
Alright, pop off.
I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
Oh. Bring that up in front of everybody.
Just protecting you.
What?
Ooh. She's protecting me. And does that mean she knew I was being attacked? Ooh. And she came to my rescue? Could that be when... Did you mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me? Oh shit.
Enough. The time for idle chatter is
Oh
over.
gosh.
A verdict is close at hand.
Oh gosh.
I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Because he had her room key! But she has the skeleton key. Oof. When the body was found. Okay. I have a feeling we're gonna have to absorb another answer. But I keep my eyes out.
Words you just spoke. What do you mean?
They mean what they mean,
Exactly
Byakuya.
what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Ooh, the key.
Master would never hide something from me.
Yes, he would.
Proof that you aren't the culprit.
Hold on.
Is that what you're saying?
Yep, that
You
is.
stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then
Okay.
left the locker key in my own room, correct? But
Okay.
could I really have done that?
Oh gosh, hold on. I need to look at my tutorial. I just need to see which one I need to absorb. Wait, so... Okay.
Those words you just spoke.
Wait, hold on. I need to... absorb... Okay. Got it.
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than any Byakuya.
So it was the last one, right?
Proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime and then left the locker key in my own room. But could I really have
Oh no,
done
that was what I need to get. Okay, it was... Wait, it is locker key in bedroom, right? Locker key in bedroom? Yeah, locker key in my own room. Okay, it's literally the last one. I just need to grab it.
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly what I'm not the You should understand.
Okay, I'm just gonna let it speed through.
There's proof that you. Is that what you're.
You stated you said I hid and then
left the locker key in my own room. Correct.
She couldn't.
But could I really have done that?
No. And then what am I shooting with this? There's proof. Okay. Okay.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Okay, here we go.
I'm not the killer.
Yep.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Okay, come on.
Master would
We got
never
this.
hide something from me.
There's proof.
Yep, there's proof. I don't know. That was very convoluted there. I'm not gonna lie.
If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Why not?
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
Yeah.
So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room...
Then obviously I had no way of getting in.
Mm-hmm.
Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
It would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us, an obvious lie, but this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Did she really feel that threatened because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever, which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the Mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap? The Mastermind's trying to trap Kyoko? But what if it's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? Should I... Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie? I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it, but who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap? If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Oh no. Run away! Run away from the trial! I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned. By the way, there is a bad ending to this game.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
Oh, I'm glad Boo's being snuggly. Kitty's been snuggly. He's been, like, laying by my feet most days while I'm working.
You! What are you trying to imply?
What are you trying to imply, Toko?
I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time.
That's true. That's true.
I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Yeah, because you are all in twos.
Someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
Me.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this cake.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Yeah, but there's not much we can do.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial.
Yeah.
And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
They love to try and pin it on him.
We're late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Oh. Yeah, I did not do well at this trial. I did very bad. How did I still get an A? I did so bad. All right, I'll take it.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Little murder bear, chill. Makoto? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong! You're wrong! You got it all wrong! I didn't do it!
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone.
Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right.
No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey,
It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials, and I'm gonna end it in the same way.
chills, kills.
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment.
Wait, why do I? Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time! Oh, we're just going right into it. Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Love dying as the main character. Honestly, iconic. Okay. Is that a giant playing card on the desk? Hold on, I want to see that again. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Is he trying to teach a lecture about how we're about to die? Kuma TV, that's kind of cute. Oof. Oof. After school lesson. Okay. my gosh. Where does Monokuma get his budget? That's what I would love to know. Genuinely. Oh, Makoto. Monokuma, what the fuck are you teaching? No. Oh no. No! No! Oh, just getting crushed is like, ugh. Alter Ego! Alter Ego? We live! Oh, we fall. Maybe we don't live. Maybe we don't live. Oh gosh.
Huh? What's this? What's going on?
Hey, what was that? Oh yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego?
Alter Ego? This is some stupid virus from that stupid person. They must have planted it when they invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculate from the very beginning.
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. The stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage stream pit, in a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
He'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Kyoko! We almost just died because of you. We saved your ass, okay? The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Why are we going back to the beginning? Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field unimaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It's built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are 2 things you need to attend this school. 1, you have to already be attending high school. 2, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. Huh. Why did we go back to the beginning? What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. Wouldn't it be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Ugh. Okay, I was very confused. Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit? A heck of a situation to find myself in, but that was just the beginning of my problems. Was I going to be stuck in there until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and they used up the last bit of their strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. Looks like it would just be the door here. There we go. Rattle, rattle. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next, I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides, but that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was take a nap. Go to sleep! My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. All I did was sleep and sleep. I felt like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. Crunch. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down here? Hey, Kai! Thank you so much for the resub! Oh my gosh, 4 months! Thank you! Hope you're doing well and swell as always. Okay, so something just fell down here. Probably check that. It's over here, right? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched out my hand towards whatever. You just got home from work. Nice, nice. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of a longer stream right now. So, a giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Kyoko! She's got a ramen cup on her head! Kyoko? You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. Whew, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not! After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all that I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay, Kyoko, you wanna fucking talk to me? But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, or no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew I did nothing to help you, I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. Yeah, no, she kind of abandoned us. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. Thanks! I'm doing well. I'm doing swell. All that good stuff. Just playing some Danganronpa. I think we're going to finish the game next week, so I'm very excited. There was a reason that I had to survive, no matter what the cost. And that reason is, why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive
In other words...
is that I can do what I came to the school to do. What? I made up my mind when I came to Hope's Peak for one very important reason. Do you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... Yeah, I'm really excited, because I think we're going to finish this, and then we're going to do a bunch of Minecraft. Because Minecraft's fun. No memory, impossible. Amnesia, yes, so she lost her memory. Then is it really true you lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. What made you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind that stole my memory. Why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean, somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind is one of us? If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit of what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything.
Voice acting?
My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Ugh. It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just I'm not used to relying on
Correct.
others. I know I never asked you for your help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think it's just her personality. Okay, so can we... Why does it keep knocking us out of conversation? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
so
I think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Told y'all! The ultimate detective? And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy was there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone who?
so
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. God damn! What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster? And that explains when Alter Ego told us how they thought the headmaster was involved. Oh yeah, and she had like her whole little breakdown.
So,
Yep, she had her whole breakdown about it. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when they said that, I felt strange. Makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However.
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see in there?
so
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. Why there? Because I'd also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with the Muguro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check. I cannot talk! And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important and really ominous. Kyoko, we're just... Alright, the cycle of talking to Kyoko. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. That's to do with Muguro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Muguro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't directly interfere. I mean, because of the school regulations.
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
Mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the Mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Me? I could have become the victim. You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean... Yup. During the night? I can hear them, you know? Footsteps of the God of Death. What? I can hear the God of Death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. God damn.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the mass assailant was. They ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murderer was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. All has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? Mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. Yeah, there's two! There's no doubt. Oh, there's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair? That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're, make no mistake, they're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. God damn! Yay! We finished chapter 5! We have one chapter left, y'all. And there's still 6. To be continued. Oh, goodness. Ooh, we got the Dream Island rocket. That's the rocket from the beginning of the game. Yes, we're saving the game. We're saving the game. Oh my gosh, I got the achievement 5 alive. Oh gosh. Alrighty. And so with that, we're gonna go ahead and unstream there. Oh, I got a C++ error. Whoops. That's not good. That's not good at all. That's never a good thing when you get a C++ error. That's a fucking coding error. I definitely think that we're gonna finish this game next week. So I am planning to do a perfect spot. I know I like to try to end it as close to the chapter endings as possible. Otherwise it feels weird. But yeah, no, I am so glad that we were able to do that. I have my following list open, but nobody is really live from that. So I'm gonna try to look up some of my following categories and see if we can find somebody. But I want to say a big ol' heckin' thank you to everybody who came by today for lurking, chilling, vibing, all of that good shit. Yeah, it means the world to me when I see y'all hanging out with me, whether you're just lurking, you're vibing, you're chatting, all of that good shit. Thank you so much to all of our resubs tonight. Oh, thank you, Kai. You're so sweet. I love doing this. It's fun. It's a good time. It lets me play more games. It's an excuse to play more games too. I'm trying to find someone for us to raid, but after stream, I will be hopping into our Discord realm, or our Minecraft realm, so you guys can join the Discord to come out, hang out with me in there. I'll probably be in the voice chat in a little bit, but for now I will load up Minecraft. Let me see. Can we find somebody to raid? I would like to. Let's see. I try to... Let's see. This person started about 30 minutes ago. Looks like they're just starting the game. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me read about this person. I don't really like when people do like two-person streams. They're like talking with someone else. Let's see. Is there anybody else that we could probably watch? Let's try one other here. Let me see. Sorry, I'm just like trying to see if I wanna raid this person. Okay, I think we're gonna raid this person. So this is Nightalize. We're just gonna chill. We're gonna see. We're gonna check their vibe. It looks like they are on the... I'm trying to see where they're at. I think they might be on the second trial right now, but they are also in the middle of a trial. I enjoy watching the trials. I think they're really fun. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead, hop on over, give them a little raid, chill and vibe and all that good stuff. Feel free to copy one of those raid messages here. I'm gonna go ahead and get us ready to raid here. There they are. Okay. Go ahead and copy your favorite. I am probably gonna use Blep because I think it's funny and it's cute and it's very much a vibe. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Perfect. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop on over, we're gonna give Nightalize a raid here. Looks like they're very interactive with their chat. They're very good at responding to chat. So I think we should go ahead and at least say hi and check them out. But yeah, thank you all again so much. I will be playing Minecraft in our realm right after this. So feel free to hang out with me in the Discord after we hang out and vibe in their chat for a bit. And might hop in the voice chat after. Otherwise, tomorrow is we're continuing our watch party for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I can't remember what episode we're on. I think we're on episode 14 or 15. That's going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll probably watch 2 to 3 episodes. That seems to be how many we get through, so feel free to join me for that. And then I will see you next week. Monday will be Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, but then Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to be finishing Danganronpa. That's my plan, so... Yay! So join me for that next week, and yeah, so for now, we're gonna go raid, and I'll see you all tomorrow, and if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you next week! Bye-bye!